I got a 9 in GCSE English language and I've helped hundreds of students do the same. The reason is because I have found the strategy for getting the top grades in English language. In this video, I'm going to be explaining as clearly as I can, giving you as much advice as I possibly have on how to achieve and get the best grade possible in English. English language really is a subject where you can jump up dramatically between now and the exams, so make sure to watch it to the end. Please everyone leave a like and please subscribe. I'm Henry Brand. I've got organized my GTCs and the aim of this channel is to help you get the best grades possible. Let's get straight into this then. Now, firstly, we need to talk a bit of maths, okay? To get a 9 in GCSE English language, you're looking at 82% of the marks. 7 will go down and 8, all the grades will go down. A 4 is roughly 50%. This video will help you irrelevant of what grade you're aiming for, okay? It will help you improve your English language grade. A 9 is roughly 82% of the marks though. This is how we do it. There are two 40 markers in each of your English language papers. Each one of those 40 markers is worth 25% of your total mark. So that means those markers, those 40 markers combined, that's 50% of your grade. Easy questions, those little 1 markers where they ask you to pick up from the extract, those are worth a further 10%. That is 60% of your grade, and that's where the bulk of your 9 is going to come from. I recognize this, okay? Evaluation questions usually are another 15 to 20%, which is already 80%. That's pretty much your 9 done. I recognized with English language that the real path to getting the 9 is to focus on these really high yield questions, especially now with the time we have left. This is where your focus should be. If you can really target those 40 markers and get 35 plus marks or even 30 plus marks, that will carry your English language grade, providing you also get the easy mark questions. And then just write as much as you can and do as best as you can for the other questions. This is where the focus is going to be. This is what this video is going to teach you how to do. Let's start with the 40 mark story. Okay, here's the plan for the story. You need to come up with a few pre-planned ideas. Okay, that's exactly what I did. Basically, I came up with a bunch of ideas beforehand and I kept writing and practicing them. And then I walked into my exam and wrote that exact idea. This is easier for Edexcel students because you get 2 questions, so you can adapt a bit easier. But for AQA, it may be a little bit harder. But the point is, if you plan and you practice, you can already come up with some ideas that you can write about in the exam. On my website, I've got loads of English language resources, including 5 story plans that I think are really good. I'll be doing more videos in English language as well. But that's what you need to do first of all, is plan and practice. Secondly, here's some quick fire advice on how to immediately and instantly improve that 40 marker. Number 1, learn a good range of words. Google grade 9 words or ChatGPT grade 9 words. Stick them on your wall, learn them. I've done this with so many students and it massively levels up their answers. It's really easy to learn 10 fancy words. If you want 3, opulent means rich, and myriad means lots, and impeccable means kind of really well behaved. Okay, there's 3 words. Learn some good words. You need a range of punctuation. Write a punctuation checklist down the side of your margin and tick them off. You need to be able to use all that punctuation in your answer. Plan your answer clearly. Too many students in their story start really well and then they run out of time and rush out at the end. You have to know the structure of your story. Now, I'd really also recommend looking at high mark answers. So please click the link in the description, go to my website and buy my 40 out of 40 mark story. So many students did that last year and they said it was incredibly useful because you see what the high mark answers do. And this brings me on really nicely to the sponsor of today's video, which is First Rate Tutors. Now, First Rate Tutors is the best English GCSE revision page on YouTube. Now, the reason I like First Rate Tutors is because they really clearly explain everything. And what they're doing is some English language courses, okay? So every Sunday, they do an English language masterclass, and also they're doing English Literature May Revision Week. I'd really recommend signing up to this. It's only £10 a session. That's so much cheaper than any tutor you'd get for GCSEs. And the thing that's so good about this is it's just really worth investing your time into English language with an expert who has got loads of people 9s. I'd 100% sign up to those courses. The link's in the description, but it is worth the investment now. This is your GCSEs we're on about. So go check out First Rate Tutors, go subscribe, and make sure you're watching her videos, and then also sign up to those courses. Now let's talk about that 40 marker, okay? The 40 mark on paper 2 for Edexcel. I don't know if it's paper 2 for AQA, but I think it is as well, which is transactional writing. This is the letter, speech, article, review First things first for that, you need to have practiced each of them, okay? For AQA especially, you don't know what's going to come up and you only get one, but for NXO, you get a choice of two again. So make sure you practiced, make sure you're able to write a letter competently, a speech competently. Here's my advice for these articles and speeches and that type of writing. Again, learn a range of vocabulary. Like I said, I always learned the word a myriad because that means lots. I can use that in every article. I always use this sentence. There are a myriad of reasons why, why the climate should be saved or why you should hire me or whatever the question is. There's a myriad of reasons why. So learn some great words, learn some great vocabulary again. And really, in your 40 markers, you need to use every single technique you know about. So alliteration, put that in there. Rule of three, put that in there. Similes, put that in there. Metaphors, onomatopoeia, personification, pathetic fallacy. Every single bit of techniques that you know about, put into your own writing. Not enough students do this. Like, I'm sure you could list all that stuff to me if I asked you, but you don't put it in your own writing, particularly the story, where you're much more able to do that. For the 40-mark article as well, make sure you're really confident. I want to see you establish a confident tone, be persuasive, structure it, get some good points going. Once again, I'd really recommend buying my 40 out of 40-mark article. This helped so many students again last year because you can see what I was doing and I've annotated it in that. Now, that's my main advice with the 40 markers. Practice, but honestly, you can really clearly bump it up so many marks with a clear plan, great vocabulary, great punctuation, and a great range of techniques, okay? And don't make it too confusing. Don't overcomplicate it. If you do that, you're looking at quite high marks already. A couple of the final tips then is there's some things that always come up that you can always analyze. For example, a hook opening. Every extract you get is going to start interestingly, okay? Almost certainly. I can bet a lot of money in a GCSEs in 2 weeks' time. You can go into the exam and write. The writer uses a hook opening to engage the reader instantly, okay? Hook opening is something that always comes up. Think about semantic field as well. This just means a group of words that are centered around a theme. So a semantic field of violence, for example, a semantic field of fear, that kind of thing. Your extracts will probably have a group of words centered around a theme because the extract will try and build tension or something like that. So you can always write, there's a semantic field, or the writer has employed a semantic field of fear. For example, the words blah, 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 and you go on from there, okay? So try and think about some points that always come up. Final two pieces of advice then. Number one, look through loads of papers, okay? This is passive vision. You don't have to do it super well, or you don't have to do loads of effort for this, but look through lots of papers. The more you see, the more used to the type of questions you'll get. And also the more used you'll get to the type of extracts they give you. Look at lots of extracts, try and analyze those, and look at high mark answers on examiners' reports or also just on my own mark answers in my website as well. I hope that video was helpful then. Quite a lot of detail. I'm going to be doing so much English language advice because I really think it's a subject where not enough students know about it, but it's really possible to improve your grades in it. So make sure to subscribe for that. Please leave any questions or comments below. I hope you liked this more detailed format. Like I said, I'll be doing more. Check out First Rate Tutors. That's a really great resource. I'm really happy that they sponsored me. And check out my website as well for more. Also, I'm doing the final push, which is where I'm going to be doing a call every single day during your GCSEs to help you. So make sure to check that out. I'd really recommend getting that too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.